course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the Michigan Wolverines offense going to get the chance to start this game off. First, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. And Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today. Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Hoare. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Wolverines keep the football on the move. Send the back in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes a quick grab. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So Louisiana Tech's offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
They call the counter play here. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. They look to throw it here on second down. Short pass finds the tight end. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. No huddle now for the offense.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And I think the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
That was that excellent linebacker with a running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. You know, you roll the dice here as a defense when you play man-to-man. The thing is, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback. If you don't, he's got time, and now he can look at that defense and figure out where is his best one-on-one matchup, and he makes a big play there.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this.
Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. He's got his man in the open field. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
They're going to run it here. Aiming for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Louisiana Tech offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Short connection to the tight end here. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Offense in hurry-up mode. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Looking to pass here on second down. Catch made across the middle by the running back. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. He hands it to the back. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. The punt will bounce and head out of bounds. That's right near the goal line. Perfect execution. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Handoff running right. He's free around the 15. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Well, that gain will give them some breathing room. What a good job of being able to get them out of that hole. They're inside their own 5-yard line. And on the other hand, the defense, what a missed opportunity. You had them pinned back, a chance to really, at the very least, affect field position, and now you give up a big gain like this.
Drive stays alive with that first down completion.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And the Wolverines will have 1st and 10 here.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Defense is coming after him. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trapped for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer. 2nd and long for this offense after the sack. Back to throw. It's Graves. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Wolverines. It was a foot race, and he won it.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Oh, it's a reverse. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long for the 23. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Now the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's 4th down. The punt team making their way on the field. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. To throw, it's Graves. Receiver makes the grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made way down to the 25. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Just get this guy the ball and let him do the rest. The quarterback does a nice job of just putting the ball in the receiver's hands, and then he uses his legs with the run after the catch for the touchdown.
Tech on the PAT again, and it's 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Play action here on first down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. QB decides to keep it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Ball handed to the running back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And here comes the punter onto the field. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Just get the ball into the hands of your guy and let him do the rest of the heavy lifting with the yards after the catch. What a great catch and score.
PAT is good, and the lead grows to 35-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Louisiana Tech offense is back out on the field now. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Breaks a tackle on the play, makes a decent gain. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. And completion makes it second and short. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Here's a 1st and 10 play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And now the try here for the extra point.
Man, this defense coordinator better adjust to this receiver. All they did was get him the ball in space, and you can see what he can do after the catch. One defender will not slow this receiver down today. You better bracket him or use double coverage.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker.
Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, that's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer it before halftime. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. The returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Looking right, this one caught. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. And he drops back in the gun. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. The completion makes it 2nd and short. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Just trying to get rid of it. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
That decision to go for it on 4th down doesn't work out.
Well, I'm not surprised they decided to throw the football here on 4th down, but how about the defense doing their job, especially up front, getting to those passing lanes and just knocking the ball down? Not exactly what this...
Catch made down inside the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
That's playing to the echo of the whistle here in this first half. They just keep pouring it on. Why not just continue to be aggressive? It's worked out so far for them. What a big lead they've worked up now here in this first half.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. The Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Louisiana Tech offense is back out on the field now. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
So it's 2nd and long at the 20. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's a short completion at the tight end. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage, but, man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense joins the party with a score.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out, and it gets them a touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. Running back with the football. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Using his legs here. They'll bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Looking downfield, it's Graves. Hit just as he throws the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. So 2nd down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Deep shot caught down to the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown continues. Well, Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Louisiana Tech offense is back out on the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? He'll hand it off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
I mean, it seems like every time this guy touches the ball, it's another big gain. This poor defense, it's just not been their day at all. What a dominant performance by this offense on the other hand.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
It's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
Takes the ball and heads to the left. Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, Michigan. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield, and that's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 12, and Coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Linebacker's trying to confuse this offense now. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Return, a pick 6. Touchdown, Wolverines. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Louisiana Tech offense is back out on the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Running back has it on a screen now. Finding some room at the 25. And they're finally able to stop him. A great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there. See what the call is on 1st and 10. The shotgun handoff here. And he's brought down, but it's a 1st down, spotted near the 41.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. And they'll use the ground game here.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. The back's got it again. Nice run. He's brought down at the 44. The Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Gets loose now and heads downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he's into the end zone. But there is a marker down, so hold everything. So that long scoring play is spoiled by a penalty. That's a big call in this game. Important 3rd down play coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They bring him down. They tried to run for it on 3rd and long. A cautious play call. Doesn't work. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. And they're finally able to bring him down. A big gain to wrap up the 3rd quarter. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. This has been thorough domination through 3 quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. Let's check out the stats so far. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And here's the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
They finally corral him at the 1.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can...
Touchdown, Michigan. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. They tackle him at the 8. Good coverage there. Bad decision to bring it out. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. The completion makes it 2nd down. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Caught behind the line. It's Montgomery. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker. Second down after that short completion. Looking to throw yet again. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. New center downs for the offense. First and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. Receiver makes the catch.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
He makes the grab. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
You know the most impressive thing to me, Chris? I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. Man, I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Graves. Looking to scramble. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today. Another big play for this offense, Kirk. They are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board.
Gets some space around the 30. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
And the Wolverines are going to cash in here in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Wolverines with first and 10 here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The pass is caught. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Turn starts inside the 15. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Louisiana Tech offense is back out on the field now. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. The pass rush closing in. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Third down play for this offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Oh, and another incompletion.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Scanning the field, it's Graves. Finds an open target on the left side. Touchdown, Michigan. And this one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. This has been a monumental mismatch, a beatdown for the ages. It's almost down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get
nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. So they retain possession. It's no turnover, but a big loss on the play. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important. This one ends up a safety.
Well, Chris, just when it looked like it couldn't get any worse for these guys, it goes from being bad to even worse. They seemingly can't do anything right. At least they only have the rest of this quarter. Don't worry, fellas. It'll be over soon.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Dropping back. It's Graves. Quick throw over the middle. Falls incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown continues.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
And now the try for the 2-point conversion. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead. kickoff team now set to boot this one away. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. And the Louisiana Tech offense is back out on the field now. This thing is so out of hand, all you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Running out of time in the pocket. And the defense takes a timeout to stop the clock with 28 seconds remaining. Short loss in the play sets up second and long from the 18. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Pressure is coming. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. First down here for this offense. Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. To throw, it's Graves. He's going for a big play downfield. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. Touchdown, Michigan. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he fields it inside the 15. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The pocket breaking down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Oh, and he dropped it. And that is a fitting end today for this offense. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.